So this morning we are taking a closer look at an important health issue impacting more families than many people realize: multiple sclerosis, or MS.
New research shows the disease may affect the Latino community differently, often with earlier and more severe symptoms. So joining us now to break it all down and share what people need to know is Yazira Lamaza, Director of Social Work at the Tisch MS Research Center of New York. So good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Can you explain, I guess, kind of first and foremost, because people hear the term multiple sclerosis, but they don't know exactly what it is. So kind of lay that out first.
Sure. So multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune chronic disease that affects the central nervous system.
Okay. And so there's no cure, because my daughter has an autoimmune, and maybe people think, well, you can heal it, but there is no real cure for an autoimmune.
Not right now. There's many therapies, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but there's no cure at this moment.
But before this latest research, though, MS was thought to be rare in Latino communities, right?
I believe recently in the Latino community and globally, MS is on a rise. But I believe that with detection and awareness, I think most in the Latino community and everywhere, it's just more awareness of it. It's being detected a lot better. And people are just being diagnosed earlier.
Well, and people are paying more attention to their bodies now as well. So what exactly are, I guess, some of the warning signs that you may have MS?
Sure. So at the center, when I meet with patients, most of them say, I have symptoms of blurred vision or tingling and numbness in my legs or arms or trunk area. Sometimes there's a fatigue that's called MS fatigue. That's not normal fatigue.
Okay.
Also some spasticity in the muscles, bladder and bowel issues, so those types of symptoms.
Okay, so if you have these symptoms and you go in to see a doctor, what are the tests that they go through in order to be diagnosed?
So a doctor would do a full neurological exam. They will also do some blood work and also an MRI of the brain and spine.
Okay. The thing is, listening to those symptoms, it could kind of be, those are kind of normal necessary, that people might not think, okay, well, I have blurry vision today, or I'm really tired, or whatever. So how do you know you got to push yourself to actually go and ask for the specific testing? Good
question. I always say go first to your PCP, start there, and then try to get a referral to a neurologist. And then from there, if you get a diagnosis, the MS specialist will do all those tests, and then if you get the diagnosis, then we'll start you on treatment.
Is there a test for MS?
Basically, they would do a neurological exam, an MRI, some blood work, and then you go from there.
Okay, so then you're diagnosed. What is the treatment out there?
There are several treatments now at the center. There are oral medications, there are injectables, there are also infusions. The most common ones are Tysabri and Ocrevus.
And what is that exactly?
And that's Tysabri is a monthly infusion that's done at the center or any MS center. And also Ocrevus is another infusion that's done twice a year.
And what does that do exactly?
So that's not going to cure the disease, but it's going to stabilize the disease and not make the symptoms worsen.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully.
Because, I mean, for my daughter, I'm thinking of like her, she has a celiac, right? So the more you eat gluten, the more damage you're doing to your insides. I don't know, does MS get worse if it's left untreated?
Good point. Well, I mean, aside from the treatment, we also advise good diet, exercise, physical therapy, occupational therapy. So it's not just a treatment, you have to also help the treatment with other things.
So what would you say is the bottom line then that you want to especially share with the Latino community?
Right, with the Latino community and all communities, I say, get to a doctor first, go to your PCP. If you really think there's more to it, ask for a referral to a neurologist and go from there. And then, see the right doctor, get on treatment, because the quicker you're on treatment, the likelihood of any severity or disabling to severity, it'll be better for everyone.
Okay, really good point, Yadira. Thank you so much for coming in to talk more about this and really the important
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.